Hi guys, welcome back. Today's new series is called Beauty Trash. And by that I mean things that are leaving my collection for one reason or another. They're either empties or I'm just passing them on to friends or family, or they're going in the trash or the recycling if I can. So if that sounds like fun to you, then just keep on watching. So I think first we'll go through just the few things here that I'll be passing on to anybody who might want them in, my friends and family. My daughter, she loves to play with makeup. She's only allowed to wear it at home. I have a terrible glare on my glasses, but it is kind of cloudy today, so I decided to do the ring light for this video. So let's go ahead and get into it so as not to make this very long. This is something that you would have seen in my January favorites and fails, so I won't talk too much about it because it was also in my birthday haul. I really do not like this stuff, but I do want to find somebody who maybe likes the scent or it smells good on them and they can use it. And that's the Tom Ford Black Orchid fragrance. This is just a sample size. It just doesn't smell good on me, so no bueno. The next thing, I will disclaim, I am not beating up on BoxyCharm or Ipsy, but several of these things did come from one or the other, and I'll tell you which is which. But this came from Ipsy. It is the brand Cake, and this is the Heavy Cream Intensive Hand Repair Balm. It has lots of good ingredients in here. It says shea butter, sunflower seed oil, coconut oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil, pomegranate extract, green tea extract, flower extract, bearberry extract, white pine bark extract, coneflower extract, which is echinacea, and licorice root. It feels good on the hand. Let's see. Oh, there we go. This is what the packaging, sorry, I'm learning about my ring light, but this is what the packaging looks like this. Okay. I like the feeling of this hand cream, but the smell is not for me. I am not a big fan of things that smell like baked goods. I don't even really like candle fragrances like that. And so that's why this is a no for me. I am going to give it to my daughter, however. She's 9 and she will love it, but it was just a matter of preference. It's a good product. If you don't mind the smell of baked goods, vanilla, what have you, then this might be a great thing for you. But for me, I'll be passing that on and breaking the perfume. The next thing here is another thing that I'll be gifting to my daughter. Again, she likes to play makeup at home, and this was also, I believe, in my January fails, and that is the Be Fearless, Be Limitless Real Her Blush Kit. And this is what it looks like. Again, mostly a matter of preference, but these are pretty chalky. I definitely would not use this brown shade. If you want to see swatches, that's in my January faves and fails. This one's okay. It's a pretty decent color anyways, but it's very chalky. Like I said, it just disappears on my skin as my natural oils sort of come about throughout the day. So this stays on me for like 5 minutes. And then this shade, I'm not really into shimmery blushes. About as shimmery as I go would be like the Hourglass blushes, but that's just a lighting effect more than like micro glitter or anything. So again, my daughter will love this. I did not. I did get this from BoxyCharm, but I'm gonna pass it along. It is leaving my collection. Now this is the last thing from BoxyCharm, and I got this a couple months ago. I was really hoping it was one of the spoilers that did escape prior to getting the box, and it was like this thing or something else that you could get. I kind of would have preferred the other one to try it. This is not something I ever would have used, and this is the Bella Pierre Cosmetics Pro Concealer Palette. If you're thinking beige, this is not what that is. This is what these look like. I'm actually going to swatch these for you. I think in general, BoxyCharm does a really good job of sending out products that are pretty universal, I guess, things that would work for most people, but this is definitely not something that works for my skin tone. And also, I just don't color correct. So these are what the swatches look like. First of all, you can see by the shine on these, it's very oily. Oh, I think I'm breaking it too. It's very oily. You can see in the palette where I've stuck my fingers in, it is a cream product, but it's very oily. I have a feeling that it would break up my makeup. Again, I don't color correct. It's not only not necessary, but I just don't like lots of layers on the skin. But you know, there's a possibility somebody in my life might want this. Maybe they want to use it for face paint because that's about what it's good for. So again, that's just a couple of things that have failed me out of BoxyCharm the last few months. And actually I lied, I have one more from BoxyCharm. But again, this is, you know, I'm glad I tried it actually. Keeps me, you know, informed. So this is the Tarte Lash Paint. I think, again, I talked about this in January Fails. This is, I have no issue with the formula in terms of how it applies. I have no issues with the brush. It's a silicone brush with short bristles, and you know, the color, it's black, but this really flaked into my eyes. It did not flake under my eyes, but it did for my sister. I could have had this for at least another month or so, but I'm just not into makeup that falls into my eyes, and this definitely did, so it's going bye-bye. It's actually going to go in the trash. I'm not going to pass that on to anybody, even anybody that's like super close to me. So the next thing I have here, this is the Formula 1006. I think that's how you say it. But anyhow, this is the Pores Be Pure Skin Clarifying Mud Mask, and it says Strawberry plus Yarrow. This is what the packaging looks like. I know some people did get this in an Ipsy. I purchased this one after I saw that a friend got it in an Ipsy because I wanted to try it, and these I think run about $2.99 at Target is where I got it. Whoa, that was a lot. Anyhow, this is what it looks like. The first thing I don't really care for about this is that it has like a fake strawberry smell to it, if that makes sense. So it's kind of smells like a strawberry shortcake doll from back in the day. It smells like fake strawberry and plastic. And so I wanted to look more into it and see exactly what was in this. And therein lies the reason why I'm passing this along. I think I'll let my daughter have it because she likes mud masks. She's very bougie for a 9-year-old. But anyways, when I looked at the ingredients on here, it's like water, bentonite, which is the clay additive, stearic acid, acetyl acid, glycerol, stearate. So these are all chemicals, and like way far down at the bottom, it does say yarrow extract, rosemary leaf extract. I don't see, oh yeah, strawberry fruit extract. But those things are way down on the list, which means they essentially have trace amounts of those things, probably mostly for the smell. So I just didn't feel inclined to put this on my face. If I'm going to use a mud mask, which they do tend to be more drying, I'm going to use one that actually has things in it that are good for my skin. Otherwise, it's just drying my face out for no reason. So again, my 10-year-old can have fun with this, or my teenager, he can use it for acne spot treatments. That's what I tend to use mud masks for these days, now that my skin is more under control. So if you have a mud mask you don't like, you know, just use it for a pimple treatment because it will help dry it out, or pass it on to a teenager, you know, because woo. So this is the last product of things that I'm going to try to pass on. This just didn't work for me. It might work for somebody else perfectly well. Oh my God, this is such a mess. Let's do it over the tray here. So first and foremost, this is a flipping mess to work with. Can we see? Yeah. The powder itself feels very finely milled. It feels soft to the touch. But this is very heavily fragranced and not in a way that really disappears. Sorry, I don't know if you can see all the dust that's happening over here, but anyhow, you know, this is a heavily fragranced thing. It smells like old lady perfume, kind of. Like, I don't know, it smells like something I would smell on my granny or, you know, whatever. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you have like a chafing situation, you know, with like, I have big thighs and a friend of mine calls it chub rub. If you have like a chafing situation that you need to powder yourself or something, this might work good for that. But I just don't like it. On my face, it makes me look old. It makes me look powdery. It doesn't, and like I said, it's very heavily fragranced. So not only when I put it on, but even after the smell sort of dissipates, like if I would sweat a little bit or sparkle, as I like to say, I could smell it again, and it's just not my thing. So Coty Airspun powder, loose face powder, they call it a translucent extra coverage, which I think is kind of funny, but now that we have powder everywhere, let me show you my empties for the month, or things that I am throwing away. First two things here I have are liquid liners. This one is by Seraphine. Yeah, Seraphine, and it's called the Liquid Kohl Waterproof Liquid Liner. This is what it looks like. It's just your typical liquid liner. This was good. It's drying out though. Whoa! It's drying out though. I've had it for quite a while. My sister got them in Ipsy bags and she gave them to me because she doesn't do liquid liner. I don't really do a lot of liquid liner. But I do occasionally, like when I wear eyelashes for shits and giggles, but this one's a little thicker, and this one's by Ico. It's called the Skinny Liquid Eyeliner in Black. So, and these were both, I believe, out of Ipsy, if I didn't say that, but she gave them to me. I've used them. I now have a new liquid liner that came, I think, in the Sephora Favorites box that I got for my birthday. And so I'll try that one next time if I feel the need to put liquid eyeliner on with some lashes or whatever. And then another thing I've talked about on my channel before is getting rid of products when the formula or the consistency of the product has changed. And unfortunately that happened with this Urban Decay eyeshadow or primer potion. This is the anti-aging version. It does have a doe foot applicator, which is nice, but yesterday I thought I'd try something different, and because the other thing that you can do with this is squeeze it out on your hand. But this, hopefully you'll be able to see this so you can see what's happening here. If you can see, this is gotten separated and very oily. And I started noticing that it looked a little more oily when I put it on, but then for sure I noticed a difference. Now that I have it all over my hands, I noticed a difference yesterday when I started to squeeze it out, and there was a little oil that came out before the product, and I've noticed that my eyeshadow has started creasing. So it is time to get rid of this one. I don't feel like it should be doing this. I did just get this around Black Friday time, and even though it's a mini, I don't feel like it should have that short of a shelf life. So I'm going to be tossing that in the garbage. And then the next thing, which is also going in the garbage, and it's not even close to gone, and as much as I wanted to love this, and maybe if I got a different shade, I don't know. I had a really hard time getting past the little sponge applicator that comes on here. Mine got really dark and dirty looking, you know, as it oxidized, and I don't know. There's a lot of problems with this product in my opinion. I know some people love it and it's like their ride or die concealer. This is so not my ride or die concealer. So, and I keep trying to use it. I took the sponge thing off, and then, you know, you have this nozzle that's exposed. But the problem is, I'm gonna click this up here. Right now you see no product, okay? I'm clicking it up. In a minute, it's going to start oozing out and over, which is exactly the problem why the sponge tip got so gross. You know, the lid is nasty. I just don't like this product. The formula is not bad, but the, you know, the applicator, and it's just faulty. So I don't like this. I'm not going to try and use it anymore. It's a mess. I don't know. That's me being a little bit of a diva, but no, I have no desire to use that up. This thing I loved, and it is done. The formula has changed. I had it for long enough. I actually had it for longer than the recommended shelf life for mascara, but this is the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara in Extreme Black. I loved this mascara. Let's see here. Anyhow, you know, I told you what it was, and I'll list it below. I don't think I'll link these things because I'm getting rid of them, and I don't recommend most of them to you. But I did love this mascara. It was perfect for what I want. It separated, it lengthened, it darkened my eyelashes. It was super easy to put on every day. I didn't have to go back and like trying to comb out clumps with the wand or anything like that. I absolutely love this. However, I won't be repurchasing because I've committed myself not to buy from Estee Lauder or L'Oreal anymore. I'm not 100% cruelty free, but I do try to be aware, and I am aware that they are two of the worst companies in terms of the kind and severity of the animal testing that they do. So that's kind of just a place to start. So yeah. The next thing though, I would really like to purchase. This is the Viktor and Rolf Bon Bon perfume. There's nothing really to see. I used every single drop of this, if you can see. There's nothing left in there. It smells so good. It's kind of a, well, you can't smell anymore. I don't know. It's a very warm and musky smell to me. It's a tiny bit sweet, but not like in a cotton candy way or anything like that. So I absolutely loved that and would love to have the full size. It's probably expensive because that's just the way it goes. But the last three things are skincare empties. This came in a skincare set that I got in January for my birthday. I had three. This is the Dermadoctor Cockadoo C. I learned Cockadoo is actually a plum, something like that. But anyways, Cockadoo C Intensive Vitamin C Peel Pads with ferulic acid and vitamin E. That's what the box looks like. It's also what the packages look like. It's just a little kind of like, I don't know, maybe the half of a size of a makeup wipe, and it has the vitamin C solution already on there. You just open the package, you wipe it all over your face. It says keep it on for 1 to 3 minutes. I'm usually probably more in the around the 2-minute mark because it is very intense. Vitamin C can definitely peel and resurface your skin, and it's very good for that, but this was pretty intense, and it does tell you to rinse this off, unlike some different kinds of vitamin C products. So I liked it. I definitely saw skin turnover when I used it. I used one per week. I thought that that was perfect, and I would repurchase that for sure. And then another thing that came in that same skincare box is this First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, Intense Hydration, Safe for Sensitive Skin. Let's see. Oh, this ring light is really throwing me off. Ah, there we go. Oh, there we go. So this is what it looks like. I used this as a hand cream since it was a sample. You know, I just thought that would be the best way for me to try it out. And I really like this. My only gripe with this, and the one thing that will probably keep me from repurchasing it, I think if you have dry skin all over your body and you don't mind unscented things, that you would love this. But I use this on my hands, and it has, this is gonna, I don't know, tell me if you guys feel like this is a thing, but I feel like that there are products that are truly unscented, and then there are products like this that have an unscented scent. And this definitely has some kind of smell to it, and my daughter always says it smells like vomit, but I don't think that's it. It just, I don't know. It has a funky smell to it. It goes away as soon as it absorbs into your hands or your body, which it does quickly. It's definitely hydrating. I put this on before bed at night on my hands, and I just love it. I wake up ready for the day, for my next day of hand washing, which I do a whole lot. So I do recommend this, and I may or may not repurchase this. We'll see. So that one's gonna get recycled. And then this last thing I've talked about a couple of times, I want to give you my final verdict on it, and this is the Clarins Super Restorative Total Eye Concentrate. I've talked about it in other videos. This is just a sample size from that same skincare sampler. You'll be seeing lots of empties from me over the next few months from those products, and that's part of why I bought it, is so I could review, you know, things for you guys and tell you what's good and tell you what's not. But the full size of this, which is a 1/2 of an ounce, is $85. Now, granted, you really don't need a ton of this. I would say, you know, less than a pea size amount. What is that, like a quinoa? Something or other. Anyways, it's a small amount, and you put it under your eyes, and I always put, you know, whatever's left on my finger, I put on the lid of my eye for hydration. This stuff really does work, and if $85 for a 1/2 an ounce sounds good to you, I say do it. But I do feel like there are other products out there that are cheaper that will do the same thing for my eyes. And you know, I've already told you guys that I'm on the hunt for a good eye cream. Right now I'm using the Pure Cosmetics, what is it? The Luxe Firming Eye Cream. Oh, it's called Identity, like EYE, Identity. And that's good. And it has that silver applicator, which feels nice. So again, this was amazing. Maybe when I'm 60 and I'm running out of options, I might splurge and get this during the VIB sale, or, you know, who knows. But it's good. I'm not going to repurchase it right now. So what did you guys think? Do you like this kind of series? It's kind of a declutter / empties video. I thought this would be fun. I thought, you know, we could do this more regularly. I don't go through skincare, especially full-size products, as quick as some other people might do. I'm very light-handed with my makeup, and I'm also light-handed with my skincare products. So, and also, I don't want to be repetitive. I love the Garnier Micellar Water for oily or combo skin, but I'm not going to show you guys every month the same micellar water. So I thought we could combine these two, and I could just give you a bunch of little mini reviews and just talk about beauty trash. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and click that like button if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a comment and tell me about something that you're decluttering out of your collection this month that just did not work for you. Bye.